What is up, everybody? I'm Nolex Given here with your afternoon snap, and today we've got Bifrost as the featured location, so we're going to be taking a look at a movement deck. And this deck that I put together is all about pumping your movement cards as much as possible with things like Okoye, Forge, and then Hulkbuster. And Hulkbuster also has a lot of other cool combos with the deck because you can go Iron Fist and then Hulkbuster and move some cards around a little bit more. And Kamartaj, really cool location with this deck, getting to get double use out of all those on reveals, and then of course the Bifrost going to be very good for us. So we'll be able to move around a bunch this game. We've also got Heimdal, and we can even put Heimdal on Kamartaj for a whole bunch of movement in the end game. So a lot of fun opportunities here. And now on turn 4, we have the opportunity to go Forge into multiple man on Kamartaj with a multiple man that has been Okoye Kamartajed. So this is a pretty big multiple man, and we're going to grab another one as that moves into the Bifrost here just in time. Pretty sweet stuff, and my opponent thought so too. They are basically going to concede right after that. As I'm thinking about my play, they don't even wait to see it. They've got the Daredevil foresight, but they've had enough. We've got too big of a multiple man. So we're going to take a look at another game in this video. I'm just going to wait for that concession to pop up right now. There we go. So one more game we will take a look at here. And yeah, this is the same deck, of course, though I will say that I haven't been playing this deck that much today, and that's because a lot of people are storming the Bifrost, which I find really, really annoying, and going to make a Reddit post on that as I upload this video to see if other people agree with me. And also, I did post a question on Discord. I posted some feedback. In my opinion, you shouldn't, when there's a featured location, be able to storm it or magic it or rhino or Scarlet Witch. You should have to play with the featured location. That's just my opinion. Seems like a lot of people disagree with that, but I go ahead and snap here because I felt like I've got a decent enough setup, and the fact that we are playing a movement deck means that we'll actually be able to play into Death's Domain as well. So we are going to drop a Dagger and a Torch this turn. Big Human Torch, which is part of the reason you're playing all of these pump-up cards as well. Those mostly go the best on Human Torch and Multiple Man that can make multiple use out of those buffs. But my opponent is going to go ahead and snap back here, and because of how congested the board already feels, if I play cards into the Bifrost, it's actually only going to prevent some of our other cards from moving. And if I prevent that Green Goblin from moving, it could get awkward if I find a Heimdal later, because then Green Goblin would move over into Death's Domain. So after thinking about it, I'm actually going to go ahead and play nothing this turn, which might have been a mistake, but then my opponent storms the Bifrost. And like I said, I just think that this is no fun. The featured location is only here for 24 hours or 48 in the case of a new location, so just play with it. But we are going to make do with what we got going on here, and I think about playing Kraven at first plus Doctor Strange, and then eventually decide I'm just going to play, well, I take a look at Multiple Man plus Vulture for a second, thinking that would be good if I draw Heimdal, but then I ultimately just decide to go with Multiple Man plus Doctor Strange, and Multiple Man would be enough to beat this storm if we are able to draw Heimdal and then they move out of this location. Human Torch gets to get in there for 8, and then my opponent plays Angela plus Juggernaut, which knocks my multiple man into Death's Domain, and then it gets to come back. but now I've played into Death's Domain and I'm beating my opponent in the flooded location. So there you go, that's what you get. I'm not even going to have to play anything on this final turn, so I don't. I just end my turn and my opponent throws in the towel there. But yeah, I thought that was just a cool one to showcase and also bring up the topic. What do you think? Should you be allowed to use Magic, Rhino, Scarlet Witch, and Storm to stop people from having fun with the featured location? Let me know in the comments down below, but that is going to be it for me today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Lux Given. Peace.